I'm off to Bangkok. No rest for the weary. I gotta decide, am I gonna take my car? Am I gonna take my motorbike? Am I gonna take the train? Am I gonna take a bus? Am I gonna get there and then screw around on the BTS, or just take a Bolt? I decided I'm just gonna take a Bolt. I got a ride to come back, so may as well just take a Bolt to get there. Just punched it up. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's see if he's gonna get here quickly. Okay, I see he's not moving. Sometimes they like to play this little game that they want to ask you for more money, and I see I have 2 chats with driver. So you can see they play these games. So he wants 1,600 baht. That's gonna pay the tolls. I said okay, but we stop at Amazon so I can get coffee. They like to play these little games. I can see he's parked right down the street. Okay. Yeah, they like to play little games. Usually I tell them to fuck off, but actually 1,600, that's a fair price, including the tolls and everything. He's still not moving. Honda HR-V, that's a good vehicle. That's what I almost bought, so I'm excited to ride in that one. Why am I going to head to Bangkok? Well, I'm working on a video that has a bunch of different locations, and one of the locations is in Bangkok, so I'm going to go there, do some filming. If you watched my last video, you saw the girl I'm dating. She lives in Bangkok. Tonight we'll have dinner. Hang out a little bit. Hopefully she will drive me back here, so I only have to pay for one ride, going one direction. But I think he's coming. We'll hop in and head there. Take you with me. Okay, so he's here in a different vehicle. Pick me up. Seemed like nice, friendly guy, so I won't go off on him too much. Yeah, I buy you.
Coffee, Amazon.
I buy for you too.
Okay.
I made it here to the Holiday Inn Express, Siam. Love staying at the Holiday Inns. I actually opened my first IHG credit card years ago and got like just a shit ton of points. I'll put in the description my code I have. If you open an IHG credit card, you get a shit ton of points. Like here, I'm staying for 2 nights and they got a special extra 3,000 points. So if you're into points, this is the place to be. I'll show you the room. I'll show you the breakfast in the morning. I always love staying at the IHGs, but now I'm gonna head down into Siam area and try to find something to eat. Hopefully I don't get too wet because it looks like it's about to rain. Here's the room. The TV. Oh, that's the mirror. Decent little room for the price. Gotta love the view though if I like to watch soccer. Hell of a view. Seems like I always have the same view here, but it's amazing. I'll show you guys the breakfast in the morning. Best thing about these Holiday Inns is the breakfast. Alright, let's check out this breakfast. I know the Holiday Inn and Express in Pattaya has an amazing breakfast. This is a big room. Oh, looks like a big one. I see all kinds of platters. Wow. Okay, salad. Oh, wow, this is a big one. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. This is huge. Well, I guess I'm not gonna have to eat anything else today. Look at this. All right, I'll show you what I get. All right, I started off with pad kapow, Penang chicken, eggs, some rice. Let's see if it's restaurant quality. Try the Penang chicken. Not bad. Pad kapow. Pretty good. Wow, Bangkok. Oh, really good. Ooh, spicy. I got some coffee. I actually got some water too. All right, guys. After breakfast, I'm gonna head out. I got a video I'm working on, so I got to go to some odd location here in Bangkok. I'll take you guys with me, and we'll look around a little bit. So what's going on in Bangkok? Why did I come to Bangkok? Well, I love Bangkok, especially when it's not the burning, smoky season. I mean, there is no better city on earth than Bangkok. It's just friggin' the sights, the sounds, the food. I just love it here. I love coming here. So I do have a video that I'm working on. So there's a location I wanted to go to get a little footage. I'm heading there now. I'm staying in the Siam area, like you saw my hotel. So many malls, so much to do in that area. I was in Siam Paragon yesterday, and I had never been to the food court. I mean, there's like 1,000 places there. It's friggin' like food mecca. It's crazy. I put up a short at one of the restaurants I ate there yesterday of this curry dish, and I put the bill, I put the receipt on there, and one of my subscribers, long-time subscriber, actually a guy that I went to high school with, he asked me about the tip because he had noticed that there was a service charge on the receipt, and he's like, he left the comment on the video saying, you know, do you still tip if there's a service charge? Why don't you make a video about tipping in Thailand? And I responded that, well, obviously it would be my perspective. Anybody can tip any way they want to. I'll flip this around just so you guys can look at something besides me while I talk. So right now I'm in the RE district. I'm walking, I took the BTS. I could have just taken a motorbike or a bus or something right to the place, but I decided I would take the BTS, get off at RE, and walk about a kilometer and a half to where I'm going, get a little exercise. It's a beautiful day. I mean, they were predicting rain and another big tropical storm or something. Well, so far so good. So far so good. It's awesome. So let me tell you a little bit about my philosophy after, you know, over 4 years living here, how I tip and how I deal with the service charge. Generally, I tip 10% here, maybe a little bit more, usually never like less, you know. Occasionally, if I'm just getting like a little takeaway where they stick it in the bag and whatever, if I have, you know, a little extra change or no change, it doesn't matter. They don't expect a tip when you're just getting it from a little food stand on the street. But usually I try to tip about, you know, at least 10%, maybe a little bit more. Some of my friends, I got one friend, he's very wealthy. He just, I mean, depending on what the bill is, sometimes it's tip maybe 50%. If he eats 100 baht, he may leave 50 baht. I don't know. He's a big spender, but usually about 10%. Now, many times you go to restaurants or places where they put a 10% service charge on, and you know, then you don't really tip. I mean, that's what they get. But if there's some spare change, so say if, you know, you got like 30 baht or 20 baht or whatever, just leave the spare change in there. That's what I usually do. So it'll give the waiter or waitress a little extra, because that service charge, they're usually gonna have to split that with other people, you know, or whatever. Now, I have been to some restaurants. I was at one that I had heard doesn't give their employees any of the service charge. So I asked the waitress there, and this one was in the Nha Jom Tien area, a nice restaurant on the water that kind of caters a little bit to Farang too. You know, it wasn't like a all Thai type place. And I said to them, you know, I asked the waitress, and she goes, no, we don't get any of the service charge. I'm like, that's total bullshit. So I asked to speak to the manager, because I had known that they did this before. I've been there before over COVID, and I had asked. So I talked to the manager this time, and she goes, oh no, service charge, that's for like if we have to buy new dishes or upkeep. I'm like, that's total bullshit. I said, you're running a restaurant here. You're kind of catering a little bit to foreigners. When a foreigner sees a service charge on the bill, we assume that it goes to the wait staff. and you're really screwing over your wait staff. And the lady was like, oh, no. I mean, you know, they're not going to agree with you. So I don't know what the ratio is of restaurants that are screwing over their wait staff and keeping the service charge. But if you're a company or a restaurant that does that, you're shit. I mean, I'm not even going to eat at this place. I won't eat at this place again. Screw that place. You know, that should be criminal. So I'm going to head up here to my location. That's my little philosophy on tipping. You know, I've been out with some Thai people before, and I remember I had a date and I left a tip. The Thai lady was like, no, don't leave a tip. And I got some friends that, you know, are dating Thai women. And these are like more affluent, like kind of people with good jobs and degrees, and they don't want to leave tips. So I don't know if the real way of doing it or philosophy with the Thai people is to not tip. But, you know, most of the girls that I date, the one that I'm dating now, she would never not leave a tip. So it's just weird. I don't know. People are raised different ways, or maybe when people may have worked in like the service industry or restaurants or things like that, they just know it's right to tip. But yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what's right, what's wrong here. Am I a cheap Charlie if I only tip 10%? If I tip 12%, 15%? I don't know. Let me know. All right, I'm gonna head up here to my location and work on this other video I'm working on.